Oysters.
And good morning, and good afternoon, and good evening. We're discussing famous seafood places in Wild Dunes. Both of them. It's interesting when you live in a small community, everyone sort of knows everything else about the community. And they want to tell other people immediately. Oh, you want seafood? Go here. Oh, you want a pizza? Go here. There's only one fucking place to go. It's not like if I'm in New York City, you can go to 26th Street and have 10 restaurants and go to 27th Street and have 10 restaurants. Here it's like the restaurant, right? You want to have pizza? Go to Coastal Crust because it's the only one to go to. Are we clear on that? Okay, good. So I'm joined here this morning. It's Writers Weekend. Tom Beal, one of the book candidates, is actually going to write an amazing book and already has amazing distribution. Be aware of the fact that writing is only one aspect of this process. You have to have platform. You have to have people that already know you and love you, correct?
Correct.
Who loves you?
My people.
I understand that. How would you define your people?
Who my tribe is?
Yeah.
People that are looking in the mirror and recognize they have more to contribute to themselves, to their family, to the world. They know they're not reaching their full potential.
Okay. And what makes you qualified to help these people reach their potential?
Good question. Personally, I've been a national bicycle freestyle champion. I've been the #1 honor man out of the United States Marine Corps boot camp. Meritoriously promoted 3 times in 4 years in the United States Marine Corps. At the end of the 4 years,
Our Marines.
our Marine Corps, yes,
Yeah.
our Marine Corps. And then got into sales, became #1 in 5 separate sales organizations, and then got into online marketing. And in a short amount of time, was working with some of the best minds of today and produced $25+ million over the course of a few years, which led me and my business partners to speaking on stages around the world. And we kind of have some information that helps people.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now the book will solidify Tom's legacy. I think it's also interesting to note that we sort of met on a whim 20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Shit. 20.
You were my age almost now.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah. And we met at Einstein Bagels, where it is still standing 20 years later.
December 31st.
Huh?
I called him in July, and he's like, I can meet you on December 31st. I'm like, Jeffrey, it's July. He's like, look, bub, it's either December 31st or I'm traveling, and it'll probably be December of the next year. December 31st it is.
It was crazy.
Oh
In
my
those
God.
days, it was so nuts.
You were traveling like crazy.
Yeah. In that year, I did, and that's a pretty interesting year, I did 24 seminars in the month of October. Plane to plane to plane to plane, 5 in Las Vegas. And I had to get my underwear FedEx to me because I don't like having my laundry done in a hotel, literally. And my first seminar was in Charlotte, 2,000 people at the Charlotte Convention Center. And I'm wearing my work shirt.
The red work shirt, yeah.
And the lady who was running the event thought I was a maintenance guy. And I'm standing there as they start to introduce me. And this lady comes over and goes, I need a key for this room right now. I'm like, all right. So I find a guy, bring him over. And then the guy, please help me welcome Jeffrey Gitomer. The lady goes, oh my God. But I got her the key.
Uh-huh.
And the last one was in the Bahamas at Manitowoc Ice Machine. It's pretty, and in between was, I can't even tell you what was in between.
And that, so if I called you in July, you also had that one with Jim Rohn in 2001.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So the challenge is you meet with somebody and either you make a friend or you don't. They're either a giver or a taker. Giver, total giver. And that way you stay connected. No matter how slight, the connection's always there. You know what I mean? So why don't you write down your top 3 connections of people that you know are givers. You can even write other people in the 959. Like I know Brad Beck is a giver. I just know it in my heart. Not even close. I just know he's a giver.
And I'm a 959er on most days, and it's an amazing community.
Oh, yeah.
Jeffrey attracts great people, and that is, knowing Jeffrey all these years, he is the epitome of giving. He gives.
And Joe Williams, also a giver. Nothing is perfect in the world except the world itself is a school of discipline. Portraits and principles of the world's great men and women. Can you, Joey, can you send me a picture of that book? Thanks. Just text it to me, it's fine. But first on this morning was Sweden, the great Thomas Aramark, or Ackermark. And I say Aramark because it's the biggest vending machine company in the country. They also do uniforms. And one of my best buddies was the big vice president of that. So I apologize in advance, Ackermark.
Plus, you see both of us lean in to read it. So yeah. There's that excuse too.
Like, oh, and I have my, today, just in case, I brought to the beach for reading purposes only, some glasses. This will, oh, there it is.
Snazzy.
And the people that are on this morning, boom, 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 top 5. Indiana's on. Chicago just barely doesn't make it. But Larry, if you are into popcorn, I am caramel only from Garrett's. Don't give me nuts on Clark. Please do not. Garrett's caramel popcorn.
Not just ask specifically, right?
Right, exactly.
Hey, ask is the step number 1, but more specific, the better. Jeffrey, should you tell them about the second introduction we had that you talk about in the Black Book of Connections?
No, go.
All right, so fast forward after I meet Jeffrey in Charlotte, I moved back to Rochester, New York, and lo and behold, I crossed paths with one of my heroes. I graduated from upstate New York in 1990, so Jim Kelly was my hero. So I crossed paths with Jim Kelly, end up having conversations with him, and he says something that leads me to thinking of Jeffrey. So I reach out to Jeffrey and say, hey, Jeffrey, I'm talking with Jim Kelly. He mentioned something. I think you guys would like at least have an amazing chat. And we set up a call.
I fucking love Jim Kelly. He was like a quarterback's hero, because he could, I don't know, there was just something about him, whether it was in the Goofy Football League, Donald Trump, the early football league,
yeah.
And then became NFL for Buffalo, where and I had, before he got sick, my book title for him was you don't have to win a Super Bowl to be a champion, which is good title, because he's 0 for 4.
And by the way, that book's written and done. Yeah. You worked with him on that.
Yeah.
But he is a champion. He was a leader too. Back in the day, he was not getting the coaches to tell him the plays. He was calling the plays on the field, in the fly, in the moment. Yeah, he's incredible. And you got to spend a massive amount of time with him.
I did. I was very blessed to spend a lot of time with Jim Kelly. We actually did a class together at Queen's University, a marketing sales class, which was a lot of fun. He's just a fun person. Anyway, so here's another giver, Bradley Beck. Quoting Albert Hubbard, of course, the best preparation for good work tomorrow is to do good work today. So, obviously, yeah. I'm literally reading the Little Gold Book of Yes Attitude. Woo. Okay, cool. That's great. Natalie, how are you? Wherever you are. This is Norway. Helen, Norway. You know, I don't know whether we've ever actually talked about this, but Gabrielle's teacher, one of her social studies teachers, said, does anyone know where hell is? And Gabrielle goes, Norway. And the teacher was like totally blown away. How did you know that? I learned that on my dad's 959. So there you go. That was just classic. She was like the hero of the class that day.
Do you know where hell is?
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Great, Beck. Morning, everyone. Skinner, how are you feeling? Hi. Good morning from Brazil. Good morning to you too. Natalia. Isn't it cool where people come? Philippines is here. Super cool. I know. I love this. So me and Tom and Jen are going to be helping Tom create his book this weekend. And you need to have one too. So email me, helpme@gitomer.com, and just put Writer's Weekend in the subject matter. We'll get back to you and help you. Cool. Unconditional love is the answer. Shalom and peace to all. Joseph, the same to you. Leesburg, Virginia, wherever that is. Dylan, are you there yet? Is the book out yet? That's cool. Out and available. I better go buy a copy. Why don't you put a link in the chat here to people to click and buy your book? Come on.
Absolutely.
Come on. Put a link in there. Good morning, sir. And people say good morning to each other because they kind of like each other. I know it's crazy, but they do.
You attract great people. Always
Exactly.
have.
Yeah. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, good. California's here. Dr. Gordon. And people just welcoming each other, including Beal. Beal gets a shout out. There we go. Yeah, California is the 659ers. People are up at 7 o'clock in the morning to get on here.
That's great.
Every
Dedication.
day.
Dedication.
Doug Wing is a giver. That is exactly correct. Mike, good morning, bud. Aren't you upstate New York? Like Syracuse or some bullshit?
I'm smart, by the way. I moved out of Rochester to Boca Raton, Florida. So
Yeah.
I got out there. I don't miss the winters at all.
Right. Don't forget the 659er Sneed. How could I forget you, Sneed? Please.
Unforgettable.
Yeah, exactly. Don't compare your life to others nor judge them. You have no idea what their journey is all about.
100%.
And Japan is here.
Wow.
Good evening, Toru. And Ron Goodwin is here somewhere. Optimist, how are you? Dallas. I'll be in Dallas in 2 weeks to go to the Dallas Eagles game. So I don't know whether you have a lottery to win a brand new car, but I'm certainly throwing my hat in the ring. Did you forget him as a giver? Yes, he is. Oh, Rizzo's here. Ultimate giver.
Absolutely.
Rizzo, how are you this morning? Not that I give a shit, but I thought I would ask.
He's from Philly?
Huh?
Is he from Philly?
No, he's from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Big difference. Big difference. We actually see people from Brooklyn act like assholes.
Mm-hmm.
People from Philly are assholes.
Big difference.
Yeah. We boo the home team. There you go. Life is like a turkey shoot. You'll bullseye until there's no more ammunition. Good morning to you, Scott. Oh, well. Full circle. The great Jen Gitomer sitting on the other couch.
Yes.
You don't earn loyalty in a day. You earn loyalty day by day. That's so good. Thank you. Journaling in Delaware. Bradley Beck is a giver. That's correct. Great to give and share. Doug Wing and his father. Great story about sharing. I concur. Isn't this cool? About people, they talk about other people that are givers. They don't say, well, I'm a giver. No, they go, this guy's a giver. That's what I like. Third-party giving. I'm great. Thank you. I'm in the UK. Well, Natalie, welcome. Who's your team, Natalie? Who do you support? Because now I support Arsenal in the Premier League, but Messi is now at PSG, so I'm Paris Saint-Germain. Sorry. Best day of the year. Oh, you know what, though? I think I have to go with I'll also have some loyalty to Man United because they just got Ronaldo. I mean, you can't. This guy's great. Unbelievable. My annual pig roast, very nice. Kosher pork, big. That's a big Jewish dilemma, free bacon. Good morning. Effie grew up to be a bookie. I actually had a bookie when I was in college. Mike the bookie, Big Mike. And we would meet on Monday at the Fairview Gardens in Camden. And in the field, there was a beat-up old car that was abandoned, and the football pools were under the seat in the big car. So you go get your football pools, and you go to the school the next day, and you pass them all out, and he would give you 35 cents on the dollar. So I'd make a bunch of money from Big Mike and then blow it all betting on games. There you go. Yep. Congrats on the new book. Of course. Mm-hmm. Of course. Morning from England. Isn't it cool? People from all over the world. It's totally cool. And people want to say hey. They want to say hey.
Well, they're in the right place, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Where else are they going to be? Watching Netflix? Watching other crazy
bullshit,
nonsense?
right.
This is the place.
Look on the book. Joachim, when are Joachim, when are you coming to America? Come on. Hell travels west. Feeling groovy. Good. Morning, boss. Great conversation. I wrote my first book, and it's made me want to write my second one. Richard, connect. Gabby would have said, yeah, it's right here in this classroom.
Drop a pin.
I'll tell you, for a little kid, she's pretty cocky. Because every once in a while she goes, I'm so smart. I figured this out. I'm like, good. But I think it's good to praise yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Good morning. Enjoyed meeting and listening to you this past week in Fort Worth. Frank, my pleasure. Frank, you look a little younger. Debbie, Franknell, good. Hello. Trinidad has checked in. Love it. Glen Falls, South. Wait a minute. Glen Falls does not need a south. It's Glen Falls. It's either bumfuck or Glen Falls. You don't need to be south of. What's south of Glen Falls? New York City? No, nothing is south of Glen Falls. Correct.
So
I mean,
it's out there.
It's right next to West Glen Falls. If you just travel a little south, you can run right into it. But Mike, glad to see you. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And England is really checking in. Thanks for asking. You're amazing. Thank you very kindly. You happen to be correct. Mexico City is here. Happy New Year to you, Ari. Nice Jewish boy from Mexico City. There's like 9 of them.
I know. One of 9.
Good morning from Charlotte. Now you're talking. See, Charlotte finally makes it there. And I think that it's important for me, just the interaction of this is, okay. So Thomas, hi Jeffrey, let me know if I can treat you to dinner while you're in Dallas. Well, thanks. Actually, my schedule is pretty full this particular trip, but I'll be back again in November. I'll reach out. Steve Rizzo does this routine on the Falkland Islands that he did on John Boy and Billy. Mm-hmm. One of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. If you do Steve Rizzo Falkland Islands on YouTube, you will get that, and I challenge you to go do it. Riz, if you're there, put the link in the chat so people can go right to it. Bradley Beck, oh wow. Givers, there you go. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool?
Giver's Gain. I learned that from Dr. Ivan Meisner as well. Giver's Gain.
Field of Dreams. Ingrid, good morning. So many givers. Yeah, I agree. Go Panthers. For what? Go away? Oh, you mean go to victory. Who do they play this week? I forget. Oh, the Falcons, I think. They're going to get crushed. We'll see. Is it the Falcons this week? I can't remember who they play.
Does it matter?
No. Eagles play the 49ers. That's what matters. Glad to see your glasses back. Thank you very kindly. Is that crazy or what? Lake Oswego, Oregon. I mean, there's the outback right there.
Oregon. No one's messing with you there.
No. But Oregon has Rainier cherries, big. Mm-hmm. Oregon has coffee, mm-hmm. Huge. Oregon has smoked salmon, mm-hmm. Huge. And Oregon has Dungeness crabs. I mean, those 4 food groups by themselves.
Worth it.
Oh, totally worth it. And, you're on the coast. Mm-hmm. Oh, Pasadena, Texas. Well, there you go. Well, that's not Iowa, but you're on a baseball field. Yeah. That's true. Sneed, thank you very kindly. Believing is seeing, start writing. Agreed. Why don't you come to the Writers' Weekend? Come on, Richard. Smartest guy in the world. You're balding. You're qualified. You can't come here unless you're losing your hair.
Wait a minute. Well, how am I supposed to take that?
Well,
kind of.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get there. Carolina plays the Saints. Oh yeah, the Saints. Oh yeah.
Boy. That ought to be interesting.
Big problem. We'll see. Ingrid is still outstanding in her field. Very well said, Sneed.
Well, and that's like the, build it and they shall come. That's like here we are writing the book. Just because you write one doesn't mean it's going to sell a single copy.
No.
Right.
All right. So Giants and the midgets.
He's a comedian. That's funny.
Oh, he's a pretty funny guy, actually.
Funny.
So I'm going to challenge you that we'll be on the Insiders Club tomorrow. We gave enough talk about books. Wing finally shows up. Good morning from California. The great Doug Wing. Actually, I don't know if I should explain, but everyone has a shirt that they go to bed in. You know what I mean? My BYU shirt that Doug Wing gave me is my go-to sleep shirt.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Big statement.
Yeah, big statement. So thanks, Dougie. And the rest of you guys, I will see you tomorrow morning. I'm going to go to Banners.
You said it's only going to be in the Insiders Club?
Yeah, Insiders Club.
If you're here and not an insider,
right.
I'm an insider, I'm here, you need to be in an Insiders Club, period.
I agree. Right. So from the great Tom Beal and the absent but present Jen Gitomer, go out and sell something, even if your ass falls off. Have a good day today. I am not at the farmer's market because I'm in Wild Dunes, South Carolina. There ain't no farmer's market. Peace to you, health to you, especially health to you. Prayers to you if you are not in full health. Hope you get there. See you tomorrow.